Hi Kieran, does it look like it might be a familiar story for your team today? Started quite well, find yourself 2-0 down, but you must be delighted with the character for the comeback.
Yeah, it was certainly a difficult spot to be in, both in terms of how we've come into the game and the challenges again we've had this week, just getting a fit group together to start the game and trying to get some players back for the bench, and coming here knowing that it was a big day for Everton as well. So yeah, I didn't think we started badly, but two moments really that, it's the level. Beto was really good on crosses and we didn't defend him well enough, and then we should do, it's a good strike, we should do better with it, and you're in a really difficult spot then in the game and in your season. But the group really stuck at it. Of course, it was a great goal to get us back in it, but the goal also probably doesn't happen if the group have stopped believing and dropped their heads at that point. And I thought we were good value for a couple of goals. Thought we played some good football, defended with pretty good organisation, didn't give Everton too much, and thought we were value for a point.
Just a bit more on that strike from Julio. We know he's got it in his locker from a few times for Brighton. Does he do it in training?
Yeah, he does. He's he's got an incredible show reel for a young player, certainly. But yeah, it's in some ways frustrating that we haven't had him for more of the season, to be honest, because we arrived late and then he had an injury pretty soon after coming, and that individual quality that pretty much every team at this level has lots of, that can win you points and win you games, and Julio's certainly one who can do that. So yeah, we're enjoying having him. I think it's a testament to him, how he's working for the group, to be honest, because of course he's a lone player here for a short while, and he's not quite been able to get the momentum up that we would have wanted early enough in the season. But he's stuck at it. The group have stuck with him. They know he's a talent. They know he can make a difference with us. So they're pushing him. They're helping him improve. He's improving. The players who come to us tend to do so. And you can see him getting better and maturing by the week. And he made a big difference for us today. He made a big difference for us at Stamford Bridge, at Bournemouth. And we would have loved to have had him a little bit earlier.
Subs make an impact today. That must be pleasing for you as well.
Yeah. No, the bench is getting a little bit stronger than it has been in recent weeks. So it was nice to have Calvin sort of back available and Omari back, which then enabled you to have Jack or someone else on the bench. So yeah, we're still not anywhere near full strength, of course, but I think we'll get stronger over the next couple of weeks, and we know the bench can make a big difference at this level. So the three boys who came on, especially early, done really well and give us energy whenever we started to lack it, probably, and delighted for George with a goal.
Just in general terms, the character of this group, the relegations have been confirmed last week to come from 2 goals down, with the context of what this game means to Everton.
Yeah, I think that's evident, and to be honest, I think it's been there all season. Some days it's harder to show it than others with the level of the opponent, but I think it's been there all season and shown again today. In a difficult circumstance, everyone stuck at it, even at the start of the second half. We started really well, but then there was a spell where we had to defend all together for 10 minutes with real discipline, and even at 2-1 down, everyone was prepared to do that, and you do that, you give yourself a chance to push on later in the game and get the goal back. So yeah, I don't think there's any question mark around that. It's how it has to be. The supporters deserve it, and that's what we have to keep on showing.
Kieran, just on Julio, I presume is that just a loan, and he will really will go back to Brighton and the season's over, or is there any option to keep him?
No, look, it's a contractual thing, but there's no option to keep him. He's a big talent, and he's a Brighton player come the summer.
So back to
George, probably struck his goal, but he's done very well, hasn't he? I mean, he's played really this season.
Yeah, he has. It's another, I think, will be a frustration for us in the summer, because we've missed him this season a lot, to be honest, when he hasn't been available. And yeah, he makes a good impact off the bench when he's had his chances to start. He's done really well. He probably deserves to play more, but Liam's form has been very good. But I think he's developing really well. I think he's got a great chance. I think those profile of strikers, if you're saying taller, sort of maybe gangly in his early 20s strikers, they tend to, I think, develop a little bit later times. And often you look at some of the ones who've gone on to do really well at 24, 25, they're certainly not where they are at 28, 29, 30. So yeah, I think he's got a good chance to keep developing, and he's maturing well, and a really good moment for him.
You mentioned lots of late calls at the end of the rest of Sunday. How many were there, and who specifically?
Yeah, look, I think we're working the start of the week where we've been the last few weeks with a group of sort of 13, 14. all the boys who were on the bench who back in, so Jens, Calvin, Axel, not fit to start the game, but made themselves available for the team really. Omari, of course, good to get him back in the side today, and we're missing, probably our 4 first choice fullbacks, if you want to call it that, which is pretty unusual. So again, it's a back line of 2 centre halves out of position really in the fullback positions, and Wolfie and Burge really stepping up. So a lot of challenges, but the boys have coped with it well.
And the second Everton goal, did it take a distraction? You couldn't really see from the...
I don't think it did. There's a lot of swerving. Dwight Neil's done that before, and it's not easy to read. I'm sure we'll maybe look at it and think we could do better. I think it was just a swerve on the ball.